Am I the asshole for not paying for my daughter's wedding because she invited my brother and his family? I'm 46 male, my brother 48 male. When I was 20, my then girlfriend cheated with my brother. I was heartbroken and pissed. I told him he is no longer my brother. Despite my request, my family didn't cut him off, so I told them that I will never again be in the same place as he is. If they wish to invite both, then they should just invite him, as I am the one giving ultimate. My daughter is getting married in spring next year. In our culture, both parents are paying for the wedding, 50-50. Unexpectedly, my daughter sat me down and told me that she will be inviting my brother and his family. He married my cheating ex. Apparently, she was seeing them for the last 4 years and built a relationship behind my back. She even wants her cousin to be some kind of flower girl. I was pissed. I told her what my boundaries are, and if my brother is invited, then I will not pay my part of the wedding. She became angry and told me it's time to let go of the past. I told her it's not her call to make. We argued some more and she told me I am making her wedding about myself. I told her I will probably not even attend, so it will be all about her. She left crying. My ex-wife called me screaming and told me I'm huge asshole and our daughter is crushed. Then my parents called, same thing. I told them off and now I'm ignoring their calls. My girlfriend told me to reconsider and apologize. That by not paying and attending I will break relationship with my daughter. I don't know. I think my boundaries should be respected. Am I asshole for that? Yo, what the fuck is happening on Reddit today? Man, not the asshole all the way. This is one of those stories where your daughter has decided that she's willing to alienate you for someone that betrayed your trust. It doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago, it only matters that it happened, which thereby means she betrayed your trust. If she want him there so bad, he can pay the half. Also, it's okay that she has a relationship, it's okay that she wants her cousin in it, it's not okay that she wants you to pay half for her wedding so a person that truly hurt you can participate in it as well. While I am fully supporting you standing your ground, just remember, if you stand here, you will miss out on her potential kids, b-day parties, and other family events because your fam will truly cut you off. If you're okay with that, do so. EFC AITA, actually I still wouldn't pay. Since there's so much secrecy, I bet you'll pay and your brother will still show up regardless. AITA, thanks for the award, and also for the comments. The early comments were nasty, it's insane, I swear based on the start I thought I would get drowned in down votes. What's going on as original poster as a man? There have been several similar posts about women not forgiving sisters who broke up relationships they had. How they didn't want to attend or didn't want the sister to attend their weddings and so forth. Moms not wanting to go if their ex would be present. They get voted not the asshole. Dad wants to stick up for his boundaries and boom, asshole. I was thinking of the same thing. I remember an Am I the Asshole post, in which an original poster refused to help her soon-to-be homeless sister. She cut off her sister because the sibling had an affair with original poster's ex-fiancé. Original poster was deemed to be not the asshole. Y'all are wild in these comments. If this is real, I'd love to see some of you play happy family with your cheating brother and ex. I am losing it at these. It's been 26 years, get over it, lol, like no? His anger at his brother is completely justified. Sorry kid, you knew how bad he hurt your dad, why are you surprised? It's been 25 plus years and I'm still not over the saint. Elsewhere finale. Asking me to get over a cheating, so who cheated with my sibling? When I died I'd need to be cremated because my fiery rage would still be burning. Lol. Also, she hadn't told him for 4 years. She knew what she was doing. Original poster is not the asshole. Here's a very unpopular not the asshole. I don't understand why your daughter decided to connect with somebody who betrayed their father. How much drama would have it been to let sleeping dogs lie? I know a lot of people would have gotten over this betrayal, but you're entitled to your feelings. Still, if this causes an irreparable rift between you and your daughter, being right won't give you much comfort. I'm with you on this. Being betrayed by family is the worst. Not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. The people around you need a reality check. Ask your daughter if her fiancé cheated on her tomorrow, moved on with the affair partner, and you decided to stay close with him, if she'd be okay with it. It's so easy for everyone to judge you when they're not in your shoes. And in terms of the money, tradition or not, it's yours and you can do with it as you please. In my tradition, the parents pay for the wedding too, but there is no way I'm letting my parents spend their hard-earned money on my wedding when they already worked hard to give me the life I have now. Not every tradition is meant to be followed. Greater than the people around you need a reality check. It's a brigade, they know what they're doing. Thousands of "you are the asshole" comments instantly appeared. Not the asshole, but be prepared to continually be bombarded with messages indicating otherwise. You set a boundary that you are simply maintaining. Nothing more. You even made people aware, so none of this should be a shock to any of them. Now, out of respect for your daughter's wedding, you've decided not to attend in order to avoid the issue with your brother and to avoid making the wedding about you and him. I applaud you. That's a hard decision to make. I'm assuming you've supported your daughter throughout her life and you have a good relationship with her prior to this? You made it clear to her and the rest of your family that the betrayal your brother committed against you hurt you enough to want to go no contact forever. Your daughter knows this, and yet she has built up a relationship with your brother and his family behind your back. Of course, she is a grown woman and it's her choice, but the thing is that choice she made has consequences, and that also tells you enough about the situation. That she is willing to betray your trust and hurt you for that relationship. Your daughter should have your back, but she betrayed you. Not the asshole. Supports daughter his whole life, makes it clear his brother is no longer welcome in his life. Daughter betrays his trust and springs this on him while also expected to be a checkbook for her wedding. Not the asshole at all. She's a grown woman, she can learn consequences. If this was about a son's wedding and not a daughter's, literally everyone would say not the asshole. The way you framed it made me feel bad for original poster. Like he got betrayed twice by family. Your brother betrayed you all those years ago and now your daughter betrayed you. Nobody can dictate you to forgive anybody, just because a number of years have passed. Not the asshole. Your daughter only wanted your money, but didn't care about your comfort and, ultimately, presents at the wedding you were supposed to pay for. She made her bed, let her lie in it. There's a reason she kept her relationship secret for 4 years. The daughter knew she was in the wrong. Not the asshole. Let her uncle pay for the wedding if she likes him so much. Same thought. I mean, the mind boggles as to why she would gravitate to her uncle, build a relationship in secret, and then expect to tell her dad all this and expect him to still pat her on the head and pay for her wedding. The brother who's basically showing he still doesn't gaff about his sibling can pay. It's like the brother is making the point again about how he can get what he wants and have a relationship with whoever he wants, except he comes out stinking of roses cause he's not the one refusing to pay for his daughter's wedding. Original poster, you're prob best off without them all tbh. Not the asshole. If those are your hard boundaries, those are your hard boundaries. However, consider what you are doing. Your daughter should not get to dictate when or if you let go of the past, but she is well within her rights to invite whomever she wants to her wedding and build a relationship with her uncle if she chooses to. And you are within your right to not pay and not attend. An invitation is not a summons, and a cultural expectation is not an invoice. However, she's also within her right to cut you off forever after this. This may mean that you will not be invited to any more events related to your daughter. You may lose the privilege of seeing or holding your grandchildren until they are an adult. The thing with boundaries is that it's okay to expect other people to respect your boundaries. It's not okay to expect other people to rearrange their lives according to your boundaries. So consider if you are okay with possibly being NC with your daughter. If you are, great. You do you. If you aren't, it's time to reconsider whether or not being in the same room as your brother, you have no requirement to acknowledge their existence or do anything but be neutral to them, is worth sacrificing your relationship with your daughter. It's been 26 years, longer than original poster's daughter has even been alive. I understand being annoyed that his brother is invited, not want to talk to him or take pictures with him, etc. But giving up your relationship with your daughter is cutting off your nose to spite your face. Here's my question, original poster. Your brother stole your girlfriend. Do you want him to steal your daughter too? Your grandchildren? If not, suck it up for a day. Really, is she crying because you might not go, or is she crying about the money? I bet it *s the money. Not the asshole, and I don't get other verdicts. Since before your daughter was born, you've refused to see your brother. Why would you pay for an event that you are not attending? What is with Reddit here? Not the asshole, original poster. Your doji tear deliberately invited someone who hurt you, because she had known him for 4 years. You've been her father her whole life. If she wants you there so badly, then the uncle can't be there. You shouldn't have to suffer all day before your daughter is being a petty bridezilla. The keep the peace enablers? Not just them, but also a man should always be the bigger person even if the woman did wrong, team. My parents have to place my needs first, but I don't have to care about them because I didn't choose to be born, team. Not the asshole. She doesn't get to dictate your relationship with your brother. Not the asshole. As someone who isn't in contact with any of her family, except for some of the extended family, I can say it's not just about you, holding a grudge, or as I call it, living a better life. There's going to be intense pressure from the rest of the family if you give in. There will be awkward moments all night, people will be pressuring you to pose for pictures with him, and they're going to ramp up the pressure to have a relationship with him again, because you've already given in a little. Awkward conversations, keeping tabs on him so that you're not blindsided by an approach, and possibly having a scene if he does and you reject him. And if a scene does happen, it will be on you for making it about yourself, because he's being nice. Leave that noise behind. The possible alternatives might lead to a much worse relationship with your daughter. Edited for typo. Agree 100%. People seem to be overlooking the fact that his brother is married to the person that his brother chose to cheat on his own brother with. Sure, he needs therapy, but this is an enormous ask. If my brother stole and fucked my girlfriend, I wouldn't ever want to talk to him either. I'll refrain from judgment for now. However, I'll tell you this. A girlfriend 20 years ago is not more important than your daughter. Tread lightly because you may lose her. This is exactly my thinking. I can't imagine being willing to basically destroy every other relationship with your family over something like this that happened literally 26 years ago. If you're still this angry and bitter after 26 years, then maybe you need therapy. I'm not trying to minimize what happened to you, but it wasn't a wife, it was a girlfriend, and you were only 20 years old. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she was probably around that age too. 20-year-olds aren't exactly known for making smart life choices. Not the asshole. Your daughter had 4 years to tell you she's been building familial ties with your brother and his wife. She had 4 years to tell you to let go of the past. She's aware of your boundaries and blatantly broke it, and now that she needs financing for her wedding, she sprung this situation on you. I think it's the betrayal from your daughter that broke the camel's back. It's the sneaking around for 4 years that got the not the asshole verdict from me. Although, on the other hand, you should move on considering it has been 26 years. Consider therapy. You nailed it. She's been having a secret relationship behind her father's back, and the only reason she is bringing it up is because it's about to come to light. If she was not getting married, she would continue to see them in secret. I am not sure why anyone is confused. Stand your ground on this one. Nope. They go, you're not paying. Imagine if you caved on this one, showing up at that wedding as the father of the bride and footing a big part of the bill, only to be embarrassed the entire time. Do not put yourself through it. You have been through enough already. If anyone at all gives a shit about you, they will understand. What those two did to you was cruel and heartbreaking. You no longer have to be angry about it, since it was a long time ago, but there is no reason for you to accept them, ever. Not the asshole. Is anyone else a little bit bothered by the fact this original poster requested that his entire family cut off his brother? If original poster wishes to discontinue the relationship, fine. But what makes him think he can or should dictate what his family does? I'm more intrigued that after 26 years, a failed marriage with kids, he is still harboring resentment over his girlfriend leaving him for his brother. This literally reeks of, I dated this girl for a month and she left me for my brother. She was the love of my life, even though I moved on, married someone else and had children with her, but continued to tell her how much better my life would have been with the girl that left me for my brother. I'm sorry, but what? Harboring resentment? His brother fucked his girlfriend and got cut off. I wouldn't want anything to do with him ever again, regardless of how meaningful the relationship was. That is a betrayal on a different level. Like, I'm not someone that thinks, oh well, my brother dated them so I can't, but when you're still together, that is so far off limits. I'm really torn, and I almost voted YTA, but I think I'll go no assholes here. It's been 26 years. You had a wife, a daughter, and now you have a new girlfriend. Life went on. I understand feeling betrayed, but do you really want to blow up your relationship with your daughter over this? That's really the question here that you need to ask yourself. You have every right to set your boundaries, but your daughter has every right to be upset over it. We are missing the point that the daughter did something she knew could possibly destroy her relationship with her father. If he does the same, then it's not even his fault. Because he gets to make boundaries for himself, not for other people. He has no right to tell his daughter who she can and can't interact with. I mean, he's totally right that if this is his boundary, then he can enforce it. But he needs to be aware of the cost that comes with that, losing his daughter. That's his choice to make. I go with no assholes here. His daughter isn't an asshole for nurturing a relationship outside of her father. Dad isn't an asshole for sticking to his boundary. but expecting him to pay after dumping all that on him at once kinda makes her an asshole. Greater than he has no right to tell his daughter who she can and can't interact with. Greater than I mean, he's totally right that if this is his boundary then he can enforce it. But he needs to be aware of the cost that comes with that, losing his daughter. That's his choice to make. Going about it behind his back also makes her an asshole. For 4 years she lied about seeing her uncle and his family, even if it was only by omission. She didn't lie about it because she was unaware of the situation, she lied because she knew it would hurt her father. Not the asshole. She doesn't get to dictate your relationship with your brother.